All good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my salute. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that. Hi, Mike Bradley. I hope you're doing well as always. And today we are with the hunk of the north, or mid-north anyway.
I think you meant chunk.
Yeah, well, I would never say that. I'll just talk about Goonies all day then. We're at Thorpy today, ThorpyFX, and we're here to make lots of noise, aren't we?
Well, that's the plan anyway. Certainly.
Good noise, and probably some disgusting good noise as well.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, absolutely.
But I suppose it'd be good to kind of, because I obviously know about your pedals, but I don't know all of them. So it'd be cool to go through them, hear some sounds, tell me some hidden secrets about them. and obviously I've got the Strat, and I've got a Gibson over there as well, the 345, and there's about some other tasty ones if you want to P90 over there as well.
Oh, that's beautiful, that one.
Yeah. But yeah, like, what was like? I suppose it'd be quite cool to find out what was the first pedal you kind of made and whatnot. Is it on the board or is it?
It isn't on the board, but weirdly, I started building pedals 2003. I think it was 2003. And what I did was I was actually posted to a place called Aldershot.
Oh yeah, my auntie lives there. I know very well. Yeah.
Well, I won't say anything bad about Aldershot. But
I will say something bad about Aldershot. Don't you worry about that. Yeah, I played there as well. The military base. You might have been there.
Maybe. But you know, in the evenings, you've got a couple of choices. I mean, you go to the gym. Mm-hmm. You can't go there for so long. You know, only for so long, and then or go and drink beer or whatever, or do some work. So I just thought, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my time with something I enjoy. So I was enjoying very much Clapton, Iommi, etc. at the time, and I just wanted to try and emulate their sound. So what I did was, did a bit of research, as you do, and found out treble booster, Dallas Rangemaster, give it a go. So I built one. The first one I built, it didn't work.
Right.
That's because I was an idiot and made a mistake with the grounding. Anyway, I then fixed it, and you know, it worked. It sounded great. And I was hooked.
Brilliant.
So from that point forward, I was just building pedal after pedal after pedal, circuit, looking around, just trying to find things to build. And I built, it's got to be hundreds.
Really,
for friends. And I created a bit of a cult following for what I was making. And then at, just over 3 years ago now, so 2014, me and my wife just got married. We said, well, what we're going to do now?
Start a company.
Yeah, it was literally that. So it was start a company, and we did. So we married on one day. The day after, we registered the company.
Brilliant.
And I launched the first circuit 6-7 months later, which was a gun shop. You know,
wicked. Which I had a lovely go on just as we hit record, and it sounds smashing to sound really English there. But should we make some sounds of it?
Yeah, so we'll start with a gunshot, shall we?
Yeah.
I think it's set for sort of a medium gain, so
okay,
here's the clean. So we're going through 2 amps. One's a Princeton style amp made by Rift Amplification in the UK. And the other one's Fender Hot Rod Deluxe.
The standard, isn't it?
That's why I have it.
Yeah.
You know, actually, it's the perfect pedal platform.
Yeah,
to be honest.
They're great little amps. Yeah, well, I say little amps, they kick your ass.
Oh, the volume on that's huge. Anyway, that's the clean, and here's the game.
Earlier, like all your pedals just have like I won't swear because we're on YouTube, but such a cue to it, you know what I mean? Like, such a big punch to it, and it's great. There's so much body. That's probably the best word to use.
pedal was that elusive thing. What I wanted to get is amp-like saturation and distortion from the pedal. Everyone always claims they've achieved it and all the rest of it. Now, secret-wise, what do? Well, we have multiple gain stages and you can blend them in. So you've got the caliber control. Think of that as your preamp, and then your gain as your power amp. So that's the aim of that, and you mix the two, and you can effectively add or take away different tonalities on those two gain controls to get the sound that you want, and match it to your amp. Yeah,
well, it's the amp in the box, as they all say, but it's very. You can tell it's very. It works well with with amps, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's lovely tone. It doesn't clutter it too much, or add too much. What's the gain on there?
So the gain's currently sitting 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. I sometimes leave a pedal on and always roll it. I want my clean sound, I'm just lazy and can't hold it down but that's to me as well. I like it when you can do that. That's quite a nice clean sound.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that works.
It's on.
The other thing is, I really like string separation. I like your guitar to sound like your guitar.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So when we design all our pedals, I mean, I'm a gear whore like the next man, really. But there is a point behind it. I mean, ultimately, I want to be able to test my pedals with as many amps and as many guitars as possible.
Yeah.
So if you're a Strat guy, well, guess what? I design my pedals that they all suit a Strat, but I'll also do the same thing to suit a humbucker, a Telly, P90, you name it. But the thing I'm after is string separation. You ring a chord out, you're hearing your guitar through an amp. It sounds great.
And that's a lot of times a secret to, well, I say secret, for a good, the good guitar tone. Yeah, and it depends obviously the genre of music you're doing, but predominantly bluesy rock and roll kind of stuff. Obviously, if you're a metal player, not really that, but not as much gain as you think. A lot of time people just get a gain and turn it up, but then everything's compressed, and in a band situation, you can't hear the notes and that. But you think of all your favourite guitar players, you can hear all the notes, and it's still got the oomph there. But like you say, the string separation there, and obviously you can hear mistakes more doing that, but that's when you've got to practice. You know what I mean? There's no getting out of it. It's just kind of, or just slow down. Put a bit of them there, you got it, but that to me is a good guitar tone where it's not as much, I always kind of talk about that, where it's not as much gain as you think. And but you've got that.
It's like you say though, a gain covers a multitude of sins. It really does. It feels nice under your fingers.
Oh yeah.
So you feel like you're moving a lot quicker. It feels a lot more effortless to play, but the compression is just you've brought your sound right down, both from below and above. And
in the bedroom, it sounds great. But, at home, wherever. But as soon as you put it in a band situation, it's like, where's my guitar going? Or then I hit another pedal and it's like, why is it getting more, the volume's going, you know what I mean? And end up just stacking, and then you end up thinking like this, sound like that all the time.
I think that's one of the things that, actually I'd always recommend. If you've got your pedal board and you've got a really good home sound, write it down, photo it, and then when you go to band practice, whatever, just don't run with that. Because it isn't going to work.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Set someone about 20-30 metres away from where your speaker's projecting and set to them.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, you'll end up with two really good setups. But,
we live in that, but that's the best tip I think you could say to anyone, especially starting out gigging, or even they've been gigging for a while and they're not happy with their guitar tone, because a lot of times, like you just said, they've got their bedroom settings, and it sounds good on my own.
Yeah.
But then as soon as they take it off and play in a dog and duck or whatever they're playing, it's why is it not happening? So
the thing that kills it is the treble. Like if you'll need higher treble settings at lower volume to hear it properly. But at higher volume, that just becomes like a scythe. It will literally lop the heads off you punters. Yeah. But
well, some people like that. There's Jeff Beck, and I think he takes all the treble off. Or, no, sorry, I think it's the other way around.
Puts it all on.
Does he put it all on?
I don't know.
I think it's either like all the treble on and no bass, or the other way around. I always forget. But then because he kind of just sits on his tone control, so it must be he must take all the tone off, I think. All the tone on and the bass off, and then he takes the tone down on his tune. It's like, have you got that? Someone else does that. It'd just be this shrill, disgusting sound.
I'm really not going to criticise Jeff Beck.
Well, I'm not doing it. I'm saying how he gets that tone, from doing that. But if you have the tone on 0 and but if you've got the treble up on the amp, then So I don't know, Jeff. Put a comment in the section box. Comment section below and let us know what you do.
That'd be funny. So I suppose that's the gunshot in a nutshell, really. British flavoured. That's where it's voiced.
Definitely.
And it really does. It's the comments I get back from people who've bought them have been really positive.
I can tell why. Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's
really
quite heartening, if I'm honest. So that's a gunshot.
Yeah.
The next pedal is the Fallout Cloud. Now, it used to be called something else. I had to change the name.
Okay.
Because, people get upset.
Yeah.
Anyway, I changed the name, and now it's called the Fallout Cloud.
Brilliant.
But everything else about it stayed the same. So the whole point of that, Premier Guitar reviewed it under its old name, and they reviewed it, and they called it the Rolls Royce of Big Muffs.
Oh, nice.
Which would, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. That's pretty, you
can't sit in it and get a shiatsu massage
like
a Rolls Royce, but, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I suppose the secret of that one is it's got loads of bass, loads of treble, and loads of control over it.
Nice.
Anyway, enough of my waffle.
Yeah, should we make some...
Yeah, let's set the gain a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Go for sort of a Guildford.
So much I forgot how to play guitar, but I'm not. Oh man, yeah, me liking that.
Yeah, the bit that people really seem to enjoy is like that style of pedal is quite hard to use with certain amps.
Sure.
We talked about with the gunshot that you sometimes, well, not the gunshot, with some pedals you disappear in the mix because you've set it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, that style of pedal really suffers from that. It's like a Goldilocks pedal. So just a little bit too much, you're gone. A little bit too little, and it's all down to the tone control. So what we've done here is we've got a very different tone stack. It's active, so you can plus and minus 6 dB. So for every 3 dB, it's boring, but every 3 dB,
the maths of pedals, isn't it?
you get a doubling in the volume.
Right. Yeah.
So 6 dB quadrupling, all right, on that specific frequency. And we've set them so that it sounds good with guitar and bass.
Oh, okay.
It works really well with bass, and you don't need a clean blend with bass.
Right. Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine you get some. I don't know much about bass, but Flea, that dirty kind of stuff, you know. So no, it's again, that's the big muff kind of thing you were saying about, you know, that psychedelics. You think of the Hendrix, like kind of, you know, with those intervals all over the place, you know, stuff like that. Just it's a good noise pedal.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fun, and like I say, as a player, you know, it's fun just to get a note and let it just ring out. Nice. Again, it's a lot of. It's when I say a lot of gain there, not I say a lot of gain, but there's a lot of oomph there, where it's got that nice, I think of 60s kind of. Not necessarily psychedelic kind of stuff, but just that 60s kind of tone. As if you've got like a plexium tone all the way up, basically. And that's with single coil, so.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
with humbuckers, you get obviously it hits the front end of the pedal a lot harder, and you'll get more sustain, but a little bit more compression.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's proven to be our flagship pedal. And for the right reasons.
No, I can say, yeah, completely see why. Yeah, it's lovely pedal.
Oh, thank you very much.
And it's cool. Well, they all look cool, don't they? You know. Actually, I should say, where did I suppose is that from your background and, you know, bomb-proof?
Yeah, I mean, right. So the design came from. There's a couple of reasons, but firstly, I wanted it to survive my body weight. Yeah. I mean, even at my fighting weight, I've never been small. So you know, I was 16 stone back then. But
nice.
You know, I wanted the pedal to be able to survive. I also wanted the foot switch angle towards the foot to make it easier to step on it. I've seen and repaired so many pedals with the knobs kicked off.
Yeah.
Right, so people are, and I get it, because you're having your moment on stage, and then you just, I'll just boot my own gear.
Yeah.
You know, and so I've had to fix pedals, so I thought, right, so I'll put them in a shroud, you can't kick them off.
Well, the first thing straight away, which I've done so many times, it always pisses me off, and that's why a lot of people end up taping it, is hitting the knob, the other knob, so there's no chance you're going to be doing that with that.
Unless you've got like feet like that.
Yeah, unless you know, so, but no, that, it certainly helps with that. And that time, I'm like, why is it all sound? You look down, it's like, everything's just been knocked down to 10, or the opposite of 10, you know. So no, again, and also that it makes you stand out, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about these is, aside from, you know, the engineering reasons behind it, which are dull to most people, I personally can spot them on boards a mile off.
Of course you can.
So, John Shanks, Grammy Award-winning guitarist, just touring with Bon Jovi. And Phil X. He did an Instagram post, and it was very quick. It's just like he pulls his drawer out. And I saw it. I was like, gunshot, peacekeeper.
Amazing.
And you're like, whoop, shut the door. You're like, bro, Madison Square Garden. I was over the moon.
Your pedals in play to 50,000 people on a nightly basis, just by one guy. So you know that's pretty damn cool.
No, I was like, I'm not. It's just one of those things where you go, oh my god, that's amazing. And as a builder, a real honour.
Oh man, I completely understand and can see why. You know, it must be absolutely phenomenal to have something like that. You know.
So yeah, that's the Fallout Cloud.
Yeah, beautiful.
The next pedal on the board, logically, is the Chain Home.
Yes.
So a bit of a niche pedal. It's based on a repeater circuit from the 60s, a psychedelic tremolo.
Right.
And with all tremolos, what you'll find is that when you turn them on, again, you disappear.
Yeah.
Because the perception of your volume drops. Your actual volume, your peak volume's the same, but because you're going up and up, you sort of disappear. So what we've done with this pedal is there is a clean booster that you can fatten up that sits at the very front end of the circuit.
Nice.
Alright, so effectively you can add the volume back in, set it so that when you turn it on, you don't disappear. And then if you dial the depth down on the trem, you've also got an amazingly high headroom clean booster.
Right. Sounds so simple.
It is simple. No, it's not simple. It sounds good. I personally feel.
Yeah. That's how that sounds.
So we can get crazy with the speed. That'll be good.
Yeah.
Sorry. It just works. And then you dial it all the way back. It's almost like a delay.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I feel like you want to bounce.
Yeah, I know, right?
But if you dial the depth off, then we've got a booster. So what I'll do is both of these amps are set to clean, but we can really hit it hard.
Yeah.
So. So the other bit of logic here is that actually pedal board real estate's a bit tight these days.
Yeah.
We've got 6,000 pedals out there.
Yeah.
The aim being here is that no one uses tremolo, I don't think, all the time.
No.
And so what you do
What if they do is like a little hair just to give it a bit of flavour, isn't it? You know?
So the aim being is you put it on, and then if you 99% of the time you're not using tremolo, just use it as a clean booster. You know, run it after a drive, gives you a solo tone. You know, and then if you want to add a little bit of tremolo, you can.
2 in 1.
2 in 1, as I Vidal Sassoon. I should have called it Vidal Sassoon.
Well, you know, 2 in 1 in the old Barnet, yeah, absolutely. There you go, that can be the next one, the sister pedal afterwards.
What I need to do is grow my hair, see if I can pull this off. It doesn't work for me. I tried to grow a beard.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, so you got a patchy one? Or
yeah, I look like I've got alopecia.
Yeah.
I have actually got alopecia in my Look,
I love it. Well, I'm part Jamaican, so I just get the Jamaican patch beard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but if you've got long hair on YouTube, that's all anyone wants to ask you about.
Oh, really?
Never mind a guitar. How'd you do that on a guitar? How'd you do your hair, Mike? That's the #1 question. But
fellow guitarists?
Yeah, fellow guitarists. You are men. Yeah.
That's interesting. Oh well. We're talking about hair.
Yes.
The next pedal is the warthog, which is a hairy pig.
What a lovely segue. It's as if we planned this.
No, it's a hairy pig, isn't it? But
yeah.
It wasn't named after a hairy pig.
No.
Alright, although that's fairly fitting, I guess. I've named this pedal after the A10 Tankbuster.
Oh, okay. Oh, it sounds like I don't know much about it, but it sounds like a machine.
It is a astonishing aircraft. If you're into aircraft. In fact, you know, after you watch this video,
know about that because he's a big plane man. So, yeah, you know, all right.
They are just a fine gun. So, in fact, they have a gun that I've done the image on the front, which is based on the gun that's at the front.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's the size of a Beetle, as in a car.
Yeah.
And then that fires 30mm depleted uranium rounds. In
Nice.
fact, it's so powerful, that gun, that actually the aircraft. Its flight forward is retarded as it fires.
Wow.
And also it loses so much weight that it becomes a bit skiddy.
I was going to say, like, that must be a heavy old beast for, especially for a plane.
Just a flying gun. It's amazing. But anyway, so I thought it was fitting for this pedal. You know, initially I was going to call it like the Chameleon or something because it does lots of different things. It can be a clean boost. It can be a light overdrive. It can be a distortion. It can even get into fuzzy territory.
So never mind 2 in 1.
It's really trying to explain that. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, watch this. And what I'll do is, whilst you play it, I'll fiddle with it, and we'll run the whole range all the way up through to Fuzz.
Yeah, absolutely, that'd be great, yeah.
All right.
I haven't even heard all the ones there, so yeah, it'd be cool.
Here we go. So that was light overdrive. If we go a bit heavy. If you can only have one drive pedal,
absolutely,
to cover loads of duties, then probably I would recommend the Warthog out of all of them.
I think so far it's one of my favourites. That's been my favourite one. Yeah, I like that. And that's saying something because they've all been lovely, but that's lovely.
So it's voiced more American, I think.
Right.
You know, it's got that tonality, whereas the Gunshot's sort of mid-focus. The Warthog's a little bit flatter, and a bit more American in its sort of breakup.
Sure. Got some oomph, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that one. And it's named after a gun.
Well,
a very big gun as well. And so
a flying
gun. Yeah. No, my dad would definitely know about that. Yeah, he's a big plane boy, so.
Yeah, they're incredible. I think that they've designed so that you can fly along, you can lose an engine and carry on flying. I mean, the pilot sits in a titanium bathtub, effectively.
Oh, really?
Yeah, to protect him. It's a mental plane. Anyway, and it's a mental pedal. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Love it. Gosh, right.
This one here is it's the Peacekeeper. There's obviously a picture of a Peacekeeper nuclear missile on the front.
Yeah.
It's more irony than anything else.
Yeah.
You know, those weapons were designed for mutually assured destruction, so kept the peace, effectively.
Which is ironic considering on the way up here with the Trump and Kim Jong-un have had a peace agreement today, so it's very apt.
Fingers crossed.
Well, today anyway, see what happens tomorrow. Jesus.
So anyway, it's my take on what people would classically refer to as a low gainer.
Right.
Some people call it a transparent overdrive. I don't really like that.
Right,
I would say a low gain overdrive.
Yeah.
There's more in there than that, but the clever bit about this is it's got a split EQ.
Oh, okay.
So mids or presence sits before the drive, and the treble and bass sit after the drive. And then when you change the mids, it affects the character of the drive that's available.
Right.
So you can get it a bit more spiky or a bit more smooth.
Nice.
And it just changes the pedal really. So it's like 6,000 in one. Anyway, enough of me. So what I'll do is I'll set treble, bass and presence all the way up.
Nice.
Okay, gain low, volume there, and then here we go.
I think a lot of people like this. If I keep playing, I know I'm liking it. You know what I mean?
about this is, I mean, we've ran the gain relatively low there. What you can do is you can put the gain higher, and I think you mentioned it with the gunshot. Effectively, it's a very dynamic pedal.
Yeah.
So if you roll back the volume or change picking dynamics, you can get your soft clipping all the way through to something a bit harder. So we'll try that.
Yeah.
So the gain's a little bit higher. There you go.
Merci. I like them all. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I do like to cram as much into a pedal as possible. I don't really like one-trick ponies. And the P-skip is another example of that, really. I like things to do more than one thing.
Yeah, definitely. And as a player, you want to be able to make music of it straight away, and feel it's adaptable. You've got a sound in your head what you're after. Yeah. And by getting it there, and you can control it. It's controllable. That's what you want. Yeah. Certainly what I look for.
Because you've got enough to think about. I mean, when you're gigging, you try not to trip over.
No, something like that. Yeah.
Even if you're a singer as well. I mean, that's even worse. You're doing 6,000 things. Adding a little bit of control on your volume just means that it's all there. Yeah. You don't have to worry about it then.
Absolutely. I like it.
Cool. So that's Peacekeeper, low gain overdrive with a little bit more, but
I thought the best way to say it there, I would say, low gain, a bit more.
Yeah, just a hair. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So the top row, except for the Lady Jewel switcher, which is amazing, by the way.
Yes.
Allows us to run two
on a very, very cool pedal board.
Yeah. Well, this is a shout out to Martin Schmidt-Array. He makes incredible pedal boards, and I'm really blessed because I've got this one, and it's astonishing. Hand luggage.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Stuff your iPad in there, you'd be
brilliant, man.
So these are all brand new for this year. I mean, this one's not out yet. I've changed the look of this.
Okay.
You will understand when it comes out, but effectively the sonics of this are staying the same, but the look's going to change ever so slightly, and that's delayed it by about a month, unfortunately. And that's the Team Medic. So the first one that was out first this year is the Silicon Veteran. Okay, we had a limited edition Germanium one, which sold out. I'm not making any more, but I really wanted to make a silicon version that was voiced like a Germanium pedal. Okay. So what it is a vintage style fuzz face.
Nice.
I think Hendrix, etc.
Yeah.
With a vintage style Rangemaster style circuit, which was the first pedal I made. So it's called the Veteran, released at the point where I left the army.
Oh, okay.
So I'm now a veteran, so this is the pedal that was released at that point.
And I'm guessing probably quite significant for you now,
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's that one. Let's give this a go, I guess. So this is the fuzz side of it, and I'll fiddle with it because you can actually get everything from a light overdrive through to a Syrian Fuzz, but we'll go with Syrian Fuzz initially.
Let's just make noise. packs a punch. Wow, shit.
Sorry.
That packs a. I never apologise on noise. I love it. It's that packs a punch.
Yeah, and we put a bit of boost in there. You would have heard it lift. But I mean, what I did, I'll set it for a light overdrive now. So
yeah,
fuzz shouldn't really give you a light overdrive, but we made it
get.
happen. So here we go.
Shane, that's amazing.
Here you go.
That's in the same pedal.
The other thing that's good about this is, it cleans up quite nicely off your volume control.
Yeah.
Which it has no right to because it's silicon, but it does on this pedal.
That's a lovely pedal.
Yeah, so the next pedal that we released about a month and a bit ago now is the Fat General. I called it the Fat General because I think that's where I wanted to get in my military career. Never happened.
Yeah.
I got the fat bit. I need to lose some timber, but I didn't become a general. Just topped out a major, which I was really happy with.
Well, it's not bad at that, It's not bad at that.
But it's actually an evolution of a pedal which was designed by a very good friend of mine. His name's Dan Coggins, and he was the designer of Love Tone pedals. So back in the 90s they were really big. They were really big as well, physically. Yeah. And they had things like, the meatball and the cheese sauce and the,
brilliant names.
The doppelganger, and they're fantastic pedals. I mean, I've got an original meatball. I absolutely love it. It's an auto wah style pedal. But when he left Love Tone, he set up a company called Dinosaurial, and they had two pedals. One was an overdrive, 60s style overdrive, and the other one was a compressor. And this is the evolution of the compressor. So, with Dan's blessing, we've worked together on this.
Yeah.
So, where this differs is we've added a treble control to add a certain sheen to your notes, and you've got the blend mode, juicy mode on the outside. So you can go squishy and blended, which is a parallel compressor, all in phase, fat and juicy. You don't lose the picking dynamic.
Yeah, sure.
Really hard to get this across on camera, so I'm playing our fiddle, I guess.
Funky thing. And
ready?
Yeah, boys.
Let's go. I think this is one of those pedals I've had it explained to me. They called it a more better pedal.
A more better?
Yeah. So, I find that you don't really want to turn it off, because when you turn it off, you don't sound as good.
Sure, yeah.
So it's almost, it gives you the control over your guitar that you'd have if you practiced a bit harder for 2 more years.
Well, We all need that help, don't we?
But the thing is, for people who don't like compressors, for people who don't like compression to get in the way, this is good because
I am probably one of those people. I don't. That's why I'm a bit of a virgin with compressors. I've used them obviously in the past, so it's very interesting hearing your take of it, on it. Because sometimes I feel I like get the dynamics, like I say, from the guitar. So yeah, it's really interesting.
Well, I find compressors typically deaden your string. They feel great, but they can deaden your tone, and you lose that high end, which is why we've added the treble control in there. So you add this nice upper harmonic to what you're playing. The parallel compression part of it means you don't lose the attack of your note because you're still getting your dry signal through, and then you're blending it in with the compression. So, like I say, for people who don't like compression, it's actually a really good way of doing it. And sound engineers will prefer this over a normal compressor because ultimately they like to have their compression at the end. But if you're a player and you like compression, you're making it hard for them. So this doesn't.
Cool. Let me do a few other different away from fun. I have another batch. Is it on, yeah?
So it's in blended mode.
Okay.
So if I turn it off now,
No, what's on this phone? Nice spongy, like you're saying, that spongy kind of juicy feeling to it.
so the other good thing about this, aside from wanting to make you play more, it's actually silent. So again, a lot of compression. Whilst you're playing, the noise floor dissipates. But when you stop, you'll literally hear it go, and it'll just sit there annoying you. Now, it annoys me anyway. Maybe lots of other people don't care. I do. It really bothers me. So this one's silent, and why that's good is because you can use it with drive, and it doesn't add anything particularly to the drive from a noise perspective. Maybe a little bit, but I'm being totally honest there. It's always going to be when you double up these things.
Oh, of course, of course.
It's great because it doesn't get in the way. And because you're using the parallel mode, your drive goes through unaffected by the compression, and is blended in with the compressed drive, and you end up with this just beautiful sound.
Should we give it a crack?
Yeah, why not? Let's go for the Peacekeeper, set a little bit low, and here you go.
that's what I'm trying to hear, but there's no hum, no nothing really. You usually get a bit of a hiss, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, one of my obsessions is noise floor.
Yeah.
You can tell. I mean, I'm talking string. You know, string separation is important. Noise floor is vital for me. I mean, I think it comes from years of actually playing in a sort of like a bedroom environment.
Yeah.
It's there. It just bugs you. So I mean, you can get away with it in a gigging environment, I think, because everything's noisy.
Yeah. Unless you're doing like a theatre show where they hate noise.
Oh really? Right.
Yeah. So
ideal then.
That's what I mean. It's ideal. I'm exactly, and it's great that because you are a player and you understand. Like I say, if you're a lot of times, we do 90% of the time you play on your own, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you know, if you're trying to play, it's like, why is that bloody hiss there? You know, or if it's the ground, it's even worse. That's a whole other story. Isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yes, hiss and noise, but getting away from that, and you can. I mean, I have a complete habit of constantly turning my volume down anyway, but my volume is on 10 and there's no noise there, which is grand in my book.
Yeah, I mean, I'm revealing a lot about my my issues.
Yeah, it's good. It's great.
But I think anything that detracts from what you're trying to do, it just shouldn't be there. I mean, you can't have no noise with something that's really high gain.
Oh yeah, of course.
You're just not going to be there. But what you can do is lower the level that you get within the pedals. So
absolutely,
and that's what I do. So all of the pedals are designed to keep the noise floor as low as possible, so that you sound like you. Your guitar sounds right, and you're not hearing this.
Yeah.
No one likes that. You don't pay to go and see that.
Nah.
Yeah. Anyway. I suppose the last pedal is a Team Medic. I mentioned before that it's not going to look like this. I'm not going to spoil the surprise.
No, keep us guessing.
But it's effectively a Class A buffer, 3-band active EQ with boost, and then more boost. So
more is more.
More is better. It's called the Team Medic because the aim of this really is to sit at the end of your pedal board, ensure you get a strong signal driven through to your amp input, and also to fix any idiosyncrasies you've got with pedals that you've got in the board.
Right. Okay.
So say you've got like a flanger that you absolutely love, but it's really low on volume. Well, you turn your flanger on. You have the Team Medic on and it lifts the volume of the flanger. It doesn't change the tonality of the flanger unless you want to.
Yeah.
So say it's quite a thin metallic sounding flanger, but you want it fatter, add more bass. If you want it's got too much bass, take it away, and vice versa.
Okay. Right.
So it's called the Team Medic because it fixes stuff.
Fixes stuff, yeah, absolutely.
And
can it do the opposite? Could it do the opposite? Say if you, like say with the flanger or phase or whatever, and it was too loud, could it then bring it more under control? Yeah. Brilliant.
So I mean, what we'll do is I'll show you what the pedal does while you play, and I'll just give you the full sweep, and then we'll do something stupid like I'll add too much bass from the Fallout Cloud.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And then take it away with that.
Cool, man.
Should we do that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Right, so here's the Team Medic. I mean, we've probably clipped the mic there, but
Probably.
I mean, it's got enough enough boost in there to really hammer the preamps and these are two clean sounding amps.
Yeah.
You can get them to distort using only this.
Wow.
It's massive volume boost.
Massively.
So, but what I'll do is, I'll make the Fallout Cloud really bass heavy.
Yeah.
Alright? No bass now?
Yeah. Okay.
So that's an extreme, obviously.
Yeah, but hence the medic. It really does fix it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely. I mean, I don't think you'll ever have any issues with a pedal that's designed with so much of something.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make any sense to release it. But the point is, you've got enough scope to do some really interesting things with it.
Or you can have it on its own, like you say, and completely kick the amp up the arse. And,
say you've got a Fender, beautiful guitar. It's obviously got its own sound. You want to sound something a little bit fatter. Well, guess what? You can make it sound like a Les Paul.
Yeah, absolutely. Wicked.
There you go. So that's all the pedals.
That's all. Well, you know what? That's not a bad range to have on your board, there, is it?
No. I mean, this. We are releasing more pedals. We've got some in this top secret works.
Yes.
Which you'll get to enjoy in a minute. And I've got others that are planned to be released. I mean,
I suppose you've got a list, an endless list of what you.
I'm rolling through in my head, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
I want to conquer the world. Not really, but
there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
I just want guitarists to have the best effects possible. That's it, and that's.
Well, I say from those 8, quick counting then, like I say, first of all, they're visually great. That's what I think's brilliant about them.
Thank you.
And they stand. Like I say, the amount of times you've seen a green pedal on a on a board, so it's so nice to see something visually nice to look at. And in the world of Instagrams and all that kind of stuff, and you look at people's pedal boards, like, oh, it's so neat and tidy, and then you see these kind of cool, different pedals, from all different places, but obviously with someone like yourself, it's very pleasing to the eye, and then when you turn them on, and it kicks your ass, which is great.
Oh, that's what I'm after. In all honesty, I want someone to plug in, play the pedal, and just be bowled over. If they're not bowled over by it, I'll be a bit gutted.
Yeah, well, if it's good enough for John Shanks, Kayak is good enough for me. It's wicked, man. No, thanks for taking me through it, and I already know a couple what I want.
Thanks so much.
No, it's good to see you, mate.
Cheers, buddy.
I guess it'll be a good time to sign out, so Mike Bradley, very much signing out.
See you later.